101.5 radio, the TV or the magazine.
No, that
Right.
was an excellent thing to say. And I'm going to take my analyst journalist hat off. And I'm going to put, because people have been accusing me of lately, I've been sounding more like activist than journalist when there's supposed to be these clear lines. So I'm going to put my activist hat on and say, we talked about Russia. We talked about President Erdogan and his administration. We talked about the United States. We talked about Assad government and Syria. But we didn't really talk about the people. And as always, people are being placed outside the equation as if they have nothing to say, as if they have no right to say anything or do anything. And that is wrong. What stopped that coup attempt in Turkey? What was it? It was the people. It were the people who came out and they put on a fight. They said, we're not going to bend over and take it. This is not 1980. It was the people. People can and they are able, can say, demand, and do things, not always going and giving petition into to their parliaments or to their Congress. In this case, everything that we are doing is not related or directed at Putin or Russian government or at President Erdogan's administration. It's directed to people around the world, including people in Turkey, okay? Look what Russia did, for example, to protect their interest, sovereignty, okay? I'm not saying it's for only best interest of the people. What they did was they illegalized all these Western Soros NGOs. They said what? You are not going to operate within our borders. Get the F out, okay? Was it end of the world? No, they got out. They couldn't do anything. Right now, as we are talking about this, I know Turkey has rounded up a lot of people. Some of them deservedly, most likely some of them are not. We don't know. We are not in there to be able to know about that. I know Gulen's network has penetrated within the academics and all the stuff. But as of now, right now, as we are recording this interview, this discussion here, this debate here, there are at least half a dozen George Soros funded NGOs in Turkey, in Istanbul and in Ankara. Turkish people have the list of them. They get millions of dollars. They played their role during the whole thing in Ukraine. Turkish people should demand that these NGOs funded by George Soros get shut down. The foreign ones, because they're all CIA, the foreign ones, they get their visa. They go in there because that has been a front, that has been providing front for the CIA operatives. It used to be only embassies and attachés and consulates. It's now mainly NGOs, okay? And their names are great sounding, patriotic or transparency, truth. You see those names, you know who's funding them? Ask President Erdogan, ask your security forces to shut down these NGOs, put them on the plane, deport them back right away. And if you do not get that, then you go get them out, put them on the plane, okay? Go to these NGOs headquarters, Soros NGOs headquarters, because people can do it. And I do not believe that Erdogan administration's police is going to stop them, because at this point, they know who are the dirty ones too. So if you are watching this, all it takes is several hundreds of determined Turks to say, we do not want George Soros meddling in our politics inside our nations. Go to their headquarters, go to their offices, put them on the plane, take them to the airport, deport them, shut down their NGOs. That's something you can do. If you truly believe, forget about what your media is saying there in Turkey or what your maybe parliamentarians saying. If you look and you believe that the United States is acting as your enemy of what you want and what you select, then you demand or you go implement it, go shut down the consulates. Why should Turkey have all these United States consulates in its nation when the United States is saying we do not respect your vote or your elections? We're going to take whoever is the leader you elected and we're going to plant someone that we want. And meanwhile, cause all this death. Shut down the United States consulates. Ask if thou don't receive it, go do it. Okay, go do it. Same thing with the NATO bases. These Eastern Bloc, Balkan nations, they're in the same position. They can go and scream and tell their parliaments, look at their elected officials, they're all NATO's bastards, okay? They've been backed by NATO. If you know they're not going to do it, you go and shut down the NATO bases in your nation. If you really believe that is something you as community people need to do, just do it. And it's not, I mean, people say, oh my God, can you imagine that? You put tens of thousands of people, millions of people, you see what can be possible. This attempted coup failed, okay? Because of what people did, okay? Because people, they refused to sit home, hide under their beds and let it happen. So much other things can happen. Just do it. Be independent. Be self-reliant. Don't go with petitions. Don't go with some commentary sent to your mainstream media. Shut down Soros-funded NGOs. They all have the word transparency in them, okay? You see the word, the Turkish equivalent of it, transparency, you go shut them down, okay? That's what we need to do. That's what all these countries, all these people should be doing. And it's not impossible. It's not difficult. It doesn't have to be violent. You grab them, okay? Raise money, put them on the plane, send those trash garbage bags back to the Soros. They are his bastards anyway, okay? They are running it here. Just make them irrelevant. You can make them irrelevant and just forget everything. Take it upon your hand, make them irrelevant, and I will stop here.
Well, I want to thank both of you, James Corbett and Sibel Edmonds. Corbett of CorbettReport.com and Sibel Newsbud.com. I definitely value and appreciate the information you guys share time and time again, and I know our viewers do as well. So definitely we're all going to be keeping a close eye on this whole situation, I'm sure, and a lot more developments to come. Till next time, this is Spiro reporting for Newsbud.